You want to revel in that, but you also have to get ready and play games in a new season.
I mean, right now, honestly, the championship doesn't matter anymore. It's a new season. You got to come out focused and realize that you're going to be the ones that's hunted. Right now, this UIW team will probably put their best forth effort because they know that they're playing the reigning national championship. You get up for these type of games, and this is what they want to play. This is who you want to see.
Bears in white tonight opening. There's Adam Flagler, one of the returners. Flagler off the curl, misses on the three-pointer. Let's give you the starters for both these teams tonight. There's Incarnate Word, Drew Lutz, Brandon Swaby, Josh Morgan, Gigi Azadinma, and Benjamin Christie. Baylor starters will give you those as we're just underway here in the Farrell Center. Oh, turnaround jumper, right elbow, shot is no good. Matt Meyer in the starting lineup. That is significant. He's played in 93 games in his Baylor career. There's the first bucket of the year for the Bears and the first bucket of his Baylor career for Kendall Brown.
Baylor fans get used to seeing that. Kendall Brown's vertical is somewhere over 40. That man, I joke, he can touch the moon, John. The kid is a high flyer. You will see that a lot this year.
Drive in, Matt Meyer draws a charge. That is very reminiscent of last year. Again, Adam Flagler, James Akinjo, a transfer from Arizona. Matt Meyer, Kendall Brown, and Flo Thamba.
Kendall Brown, high flyer. That's what he did all in high school. He will continue to do that in college.
Out of Sunrise Christian High School. Drive into the paint by James Akinjo. Nice pass, the assist to Kendall Brown for the bucket and a 4-0 Baylor lead. Kendall Brown very comfortable there around the bucket. Minute and a half in. Incarnate Word looking for a little daylight to get a shot away. There's not much there. Imagine the juices are flowing pretty good, King, for both teams.
Not just that, but the nerves are probably there too. You know, you got a lot of new guys on this court and a lot of guys who are in new roles. So we have to take that into consideration too. So there are probably a lot of nerves you'll see at the beginning of the game, but as the game slows down, they will settle.
Like Matt Meyer in a new role. I started to say he's played in 93 games in his Baylor career. This is his first start of his Baylor career. The senior out of Westlake High School in Austin, his first points of the year. Baylor's 3 of 3 from the floor to start the game tonight. Mid-range jumper right side. That one is no good by Brandon Swaby, preseason second team all-conference in the Southland Conference for Incarnate Word. Matt Meyer always has that energy. There's a charge called on Matt Meyer. King, he always brings that energy off the bench when he comes in. It's got to be a different mindset for him starting.
Yeah, the key word that I say when I think about Matt Meyer is consistency. Can you start this year and be consistent? Can you be that number 2, number 3 option on a team instead of being the number 6 or 7? Teams will key in on you. How will you respond to that?
Matt Meyer, preseason all Big 12. Great honor for him coming into this season. Ball lost out of bounds. Last touched by Baylor. Incarnate Word were inbound. We got a timeout called before play resumes by Dr.
Everybody says that, and we finally won it. We should have won it 2 times or 2 years in a row. It's a big honor. And yes, you're right. It does get overlooked because you win a national championship. And honestly, I'd rather win a national championship than a Big 12 championship any day of the week.
Right, exactly. How about both? How about both? Inbounds, ball knocked out of bounds by Flagler. Incarnate Word will do it again with 17 on the shot clock. Benjamin Christie, he's a freshman from Australia. Incarnate Word, a member of the Southland Conference from San Antonio. Inbounds and threw it out of bounds off Flagler, so they'll do it again, far side court. Good look at Drew Lutz, also preseason second team all Southland Conference. Junior from Granger, Indiana. Work it around the perimeter, shot clock at 10. 3 ball, left side, no good. Kendall Brown watches that one sail out of bounds. It's going to be Baylor's ball, leading 6-2. Nearly 3 minutes into the first half of the season opener here in the Farrell Center. King, how about this crowd? It is a tremendous crowd tonight and a great student turnout.
The student section looks incredible right now. Look at all the students up there. You can't see it. But if you could see it, it would look incredible to you because right now it's crazy. I haven't seen it like this since The game that we went #1 when we played Oklahoma State. That's the last time I've seen the student section like that.
Matt Meyer missed from three-point range. Incarnate Word with the ball, trailing 6-2 to the Bears. Drive in, lost the handle. Matt Meyer takes it away. Meyer brings it up. Feeds Kendall Brown, running the floor, lays it up. Shot no good. Pretty good in transition there for the big man, Kendall Brown. Listed at 6'8", 205 pounds. Layup way too easy there for Drew Lutz. Makes it 6-4.
John, Drew Lutz can hoop. As I watch film on this kid, the kid can absolutely score the ball. He can fill it up with the best of them. Don't sleep on Drew Lutz. The kid is good.
2-point game. Bears on top. Meyer. Three-pointer. Left corner is no good. Fight for the rebound. Lutz comes away with it for Incarnate Word. Gets a screen. Top of the key. Angles to the right side. 3 subs at the scores table set to check in for Baylor. Next dead ball. Lutz, the left-hand layup shot is no good, but a foul. That'll get us to a timeout. First timeout, first half here at the Farrell Center. Just getting on for the first time tonight. 6'9", 230-pound freshman from Milton Keynes, England. Also on is Jonathan Chumwa Chachua. How about his season last year, the way he progressed, how important he was in that championship run for the Bears. Jonathan from Cameroon, a junior. And also for Baylor, L.J. Cryer is out there, sophomore guard out of Katy Morton Ranch High School.
John, nobody pronounces Jonathan's last name better than you.
You know,
you're amazing at that.
I don't know if I get it right. I just say it, try to say it with authority. And maybe you kind of push it through. There's a three, left wing. That is no good by Akinjo. There's a firing away from outside. Tie game after the 2 free throws by Drew Lutz out of the timeout. On the right wing, Jonathan Chumwa Chachua. Looks bigger to me. Looks like he's just been in the weight room a lot in the offseason. 3 by Lutz, left corner is good, and Incarnate Word leads for the first time tonight on their first made 3.
He can fill it up, John. He can shoot. He loves to drive left. The kid is a competitor.
7-0 run by Incarnate Word. L.J. Cryer up top for the Bears. Cryer and James Akinjo at the guard spots for the Bears right now.
This 1-3-1 zone is a very interesting look. It kind of confuses the offense right now because you don't know what to do. As soon as the ball goes beyond the free throw line, they go into a man-to-man. So it throws you off and gives you different looks.
Couple of missed threes by the Bears that trip down. Incarnate Word still by 3, making Incarnate Word by 6. On the made 3-pointer by R.J. Glasper. Grad student, grad transfer from Oral Roberts. Played at ORU last year. An injury cut his season short. Played for Coach Paul Mills, Sam Patterson up there at ORU. It's a 12-6 lead for Incarnate Word. Short jumper, no good. Sohan the follow, no. Rebounded by Glasper for Incarnate Word. That's a 10-0 run for Incarnate Word over the last 2+ minutes. And a traveling call, looking to drive in from the left corner. Brandon Swaby shuffled his feet. Our officials tonight, good crew for this season opener. Good crew for any point in the season. Doug Sermons, Rick Crawford, and Blanca Burns. She, one of 2 female officials in the Big 12 Conference. There she is. And I said to her before the game, congratulations. And she had a big smile and said thank you.
Look at you being so sweet, John. Good move.
It's a great accomplishment.
It really is, though.
Flagler drives and lays it in for the Bears. Flagler, the junior out of Duluth, Georgia, transferred to Baylor from Presbyterian. Stops that 10-0 run by Incarnate Word. Now 12-8. Cardinals lead. 3-pointer right wing. That one's no good by Christie. Bears with that bucket snapped a 4-minute, 20-second scoring drought. Sohan an opening. Shoots the 3. It's no good.
Incarnate Word is doing a very good job keeping Baylor off the glass. They're making sure they box out and send 2 people towards Jonathan every single time.
Bradley Akeel with the rebound. 6'7" senior. In a hurry, Sohan brings it up. Drops the ball off to Dale Bonner, another newcomer on the Baylor roster this year. Lutz saves it inbounds. Smart guy, if you're going to save it inbounds, don't throw it under your basket or the other basket. Just throw it the other end.
I see what he was doing right there. That was a very smart play. Look, fortunately, nobody was down there, but that was a very smart play by Lutz.
Dale Bonner, new to the Baylor program, junior transfer from Fairmont State. So we have seen the new faces on the Baylor roster already here in the first half of the first half. Chachua jumper, top of the key, is off the mark.
Baylor cannot fall in love with jumpers right now. Just because Incarnate Word is playing a zone, they cannot fall in love with the jumper right now because that's how you lose. Attack the zone.
3 left corner, that one's no good. Bears have the rebound surrounded. Sohan up the floor to L.J. Cryer. Right corner, Bonner, 3, missed everything, but a follow is there by Jeremy Sohan. Jeremy Sohan, his first points in a Baylor uniform, makes it 12-10. Bears climb back within 2. Under 12 minutes to play, first half here in the Farrell Center. Cardinals now on a 2.5-minute scoring drought of their own after Baylor went 4+ minutes without scoring earlier. Lutz, drive, layup. It'll be a goaltend call, so give the basket to Drew Lutz. That'll get us to a timeout. 11:36 on the clock. First half in the Farrell Center.
It's on the back of his cardigan.
It's a nice look.
I'm feeling the look right now, Coach.
That's a good look. Here we go, back to play. Baylor's ball out of the timeout. Bears down by 2, shooting just 29% to start the game, and 0 for 7 from three-point range for the Bears. Baylor led the nation in three-point percentage shooting last year. Off-balance shot, that one is no good. By Flagler, rebounded by Incarnate Word.
Oh, wow.
Quick bucket at the other end by R.J. Glasper. And it's 16-10.
With Incarnate Word's defense, it's kind of hard for Baylor to get into their offense and really start flowing. As you see the 3 right there. You got to get something going.
First made 3 of the night. That one by Adam Flagler. Makes it 16-13. Maybe that'll get open the bucket a little bit from three-point range. Glasper. Checked up top by Dale Bonner. Now a switch. Chachua closest to him. Gives the ball away to Lutz. Entry pass, double team, 6 to shoot. Boy, he is being hounded in the corner there. Gets it away, cross court. 3 is good. Did he beat the buzzer? Doug Sermon's going to stop play right here to take a look at it. That was really close, wasn't it?
I'm more impressed with the pass. I don't know how he saw that all the way across the court. He looked like he was stuck in that double team, but that was a great find right there.
All right, they look at it, and it is no good. Came after the shot clock buzzer, so just after the buzzer, wipes out that 3. Here's another look.
Let's see.
We can't see the clock from there, so Doug Sermon's looked at it and wiped that bucket out. Baylor leads, or Baylor trails by 3, 10-minute mark, first half.
And 1.
Drive into the paint and rolls in. He'll have a chance at a three-point play. It's L.J. Cryer.
L.J. Cryer, this is an area where he has been working on all summer, driving to the paint. He's such a great three-point shooter. He has to become multidimensional and be able to score on all 3 levels, and this is an area where he has gotten so much better in driving to the paint, putting his head down, eyes up when he gets to the rim, and 1 for L.J.
To tie the game, and he does with the made free throw. We're tied at 16, 10:05 on the clock, first half here in the Farrell Center. First meeting all time between Baylor and Incarnate Word on the basketball court. Incarnate Word was 8-14 a year ago. Wow. Talk about long range. That is long range. No good. Sohan with the rebound for the Bears. in the corner to Sohan. Runner, no. Flo Thamba. The rebound pushed off a little bit. Flo Thamba is going to be whistled for the foul. First personal on Flo Thamba. Third team foul on the Bears here in the first half. Back on the floor for Incarnate Word is Benjamin Christie, freshman from Australia. In a tie game, 16 apiece. 6-0 run by the Bears over the last minute, 15 to tie this game. Bears will play a couple of Southland Conference schools to open the season. Got Nicholls State coming in here on Monday. Pass sails out of bounds. Turnover, Incarnate Word.
That was really impressive defense right there by Flagler. Kind of Davion Mitchell-ish, I guess if you want to say that.
It's a good comparison. It's a compliment. Real compliment. How about the drive in and the reverse layup by James Akinjo. Transfer from Arizona with 2 puts the Bears on top, 18-16. Last lead for the Bears was at 6-5 at the 15:42 mark. Josh Morgan dribbling. Top of the key against Sohan. Takes him to the rack. Thamba helps out with the block. Starts the break the other way for the Bears. James Akinjo into the paint. Passed off the hands of Thamba. Turnover Bears. Cardinals come right back with a block from behind. How about the block in transition by Adam Flagler? Beautiful play. Hustling down the floor after the Baylor turnover. Flagler with the block.
Adam Flagler saying, Flo, I can do it better than you did. In transition, Adam Flagler getting up for the block. Flo does it first. Adam Flagler follows up. 2 great blocks by the Baylor defense.
Keeps the Bears lead at 2, 18-16. Baylor on top. Drive, kick, three-pointer is in. Right wing by Benjamin Christie. Incarnate Word regains the lead by a point. Bears trying to answer, and they do. 3 from the corner by L.J. Cryer. So things have opened up from three-point range for the Bears. They've hit 2 in a row after missing their first 7 tonight. Pass stolen by Thamba on the perimeter, and he's tied up. How about the big man out there with the steal?
That's what he does. Flo hustles.
Possession arrow favors Incarnate Word. A trio of Big 12 schools in the top 10 in the preseason poll. Kansas at 3, Texas at 5, and Baylor at 8. Villanova in there at number 4. Villanova plays here in the Farrell Center coming up in December.
Villanova has a tough one tonight, going to UCLA.
Oh, wow.
Villanova, UCLA on ESPN tonight, about 10:30, I think. That right there is going to be a great game, potential Final Four matchup.
Here it's a 2-point game right now, 7.5 minutes on the clock first half. Baylor by 2, 21-19. Into the paint, kick outside, 3. Again, just beat the buzzer this time on the 3 by Benjamin Christie. I think that one did beat the buzzer. And for Baylor, another 3 by L.J. Cryer. Bears missed their first 7 three-pointers. They've now hit 3 in a row.
Well, if Incarnate Word wants any chance of winning, you cannot shoot a 3, make a 3, and give up 1 in transition. You have no chance of winning if you're going to do that.
Christie can't hit from the left corner. Rebound Bears looking to run. James Akinjo. Well, he is quick. Outside to Cryer, who hits the runner in the paint. L.J. Cryer has the hot hand for the Bears.
L.J. Cryer is starting to get busy. Can he take that next step up with no Davion Mitchell, no Jared Butler? It's L.J. Cryer time, people.
Rolls for those guys, as you mentioned, for Cryer, for Flagler, and for the newcomer, James Akinjo. Foul's going to be called on Flo Thamba. That is his second of the night. 4th team foul on the Bears. Bears by 4, 26-22. 6:24 on the clock. Thamba will go to the bench. Chumla Chachua will come on.
John, that's huge right there, because with Baylor's defense and the way they switch, when there's a ball screen set, the big will have to guard a guard. When you get to conference play, when you play against Villanova, can you stay in front of those guards? Can John and Flo stay in front of their point guards?
Inbounds to R.J. Glasper, and the defender goes flying by, and Glasper has an easy bank-in basket. 2-point game again. Baylor 26, Incarnate Word 24. We saw Matt Myers start the game, and when he went to the bench, we haven't seen him back out there. Here's inbounding. Cryer inbounds to Akinjo. Back to Cryer for three. It's no good. Lutz flies in for the rebound.
Baylor's defense just does not look the same. The defense just isn't sharp. It's not nearly as good as it was last year. I don't expect it to be, but it still does not look up to par as what they would like.
One thing Coach Drew's been talking about, they've had some guys out with injuries. They haven't had, a full month plus of practice with everybody there.
That was a great pass.
He wanted everybody here to work on those rotations, to work on the defense, to work on the chemistry.
Yeah.
Just hadn't had that completely yet this year.
Yeah, you got to have guys healthy in order to be able to get that defense, get that chemistry, like you said, down.
Flagler misses the three. Runner, right side. That's no good by Glasper. Rebound Chachua for the Bears. Two-point game, 5:05 on the clock, first half here in the Farrell Center. Bears will play 3 games in less than a week to open the season. Drive, scoop, layup, no, won't fall, but a whistle and a foul. Foul call on Brandon Swaby, the junior. Incarnate Word has a game under their belt. King, they played Tuesday against Texas State. Lost the game 75-57. How much of a difference is that? Even though it's just one game, they've got a game under their belt, and it's Baylor's season opener.
Yeah, I mean, the season opener, you always expect to be rusty. I mean, you always expect to not be at your very best because there's a lot of nerves, especially when you have a lot of new faces. So this is what you expect. The first half has been a struggle. I think they'll pick it up moving forward.
Flagler shooting free throws. First one is no good. Matt Meyer back on the floor for the Bears as Kendall Brown goes to the bench. Cryer goes to the bench. Dale Bonner is back on. Dale Bonner again. If you say, who's that guy? He is a transfer from Fairmont State. Flagler missed both free throws. And a whistle. Is that a lane violation or a foul? I think just a lane violation. So he'll get another shot. The old 3 to make 2 for Adam Flagler. King, how's your dad doing? Your dad has had a health issue.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people have been thinking and praying for him.
Man, it's been a rough 3 months, but my dad's back. He's doing things on his own. He's a fighter. That's where I get it from. You know my story. It's all because of my dad. He's a fighter. He was in great shape. Now he's able to stand up, walk by himself. His speech has gotten back. He's one hell of a man, and he continues to fight. He continues to get better and inspire me every single day.
Man, I love that. Glad he's doing better. Continue to pray for him for a complete recovery.
Thank you for asking on camera. Thank you, John.
You bet. You bet. We care about it. One free throw there by Flagler, and it's a 3-point lead. And here is a player control foul on the perimeter on R.J. Glasper.
I'm here for the charges, but that right there, not a charge. He was barely touched. He did beat him to the spot, but that was not enough contact to call the charge. He kind of flopped on that one.
Goes the way of the Bears. Running layup, left it short, no good. Lutz the rebound. Lutz brings it up the center of the floor. Baylor gets back. Here's a steal by Meyer. He will jam it at the other end.
There we go. That's when Matt is at his best, when he's able to compete on both ends. He's able to play defense. When he actually buys in, plays defense, Matt Meyer is one phenomenal player.
5-point lead, biggest of the night for Baylor at 29-24 with 3:57 to play in the half. Timeout on the floor competitively. So they join Abilene Christian, Lamar, Sam Houston State, and Stephen F. Austin in leaving the Southland Conference and headed to the WAC.
That's a big move for the school. I really like what they're doing. It's a big move, and I think that will help them get more recruits. I think that will help them overall just as a school.
Add to that mix Central Arkansas leaving the Southland Conference, going to the Atlantic Sun. So Southland
Good
Conference.
pass.
Nice pass. And an easy basket underneath by Gigi Ezedinma. Gigi stands for God's Gift. God's Gift Nzedima from Nigeria. Jeremy Sohan for the Bears answers. Boy, so athletic in there. Lead is back to 5 for the Bears.
Sohan has just such a mature game. He played overseas for last year. He didn't play against high school. He's played against grown men. I think that has definitely helped him translate and make that adjustment because he's just so mature at 18. His game, his play style, everything about it says maturity. Oh.
Pass underneath, stolen away. James Akinjo fires it up the floor to Matt Meyer. Defense gets back. Meyer kicks it back outside to Akinjo. Akinjo to Bonner on the perimeter for the Bears. 15 to shoot. Bonner will drive. Drops it off. Sohan lays it in. Largest lead of the half now for the Bears. 33-26. 2:26 to play first half. Bears have hit their last 3 shots from the floor. Hey, at halftime, we invite you to stay with us. Among those in attendance tonight, a lot of celebrities here tonight, but Reggie Bush is one of those guys. We'll visit with him at halftime. Nice drive and layup by Glasper.
He had to score. He took about 30 dribbles before he got the ball up. So at that time, he had to score.
5-point Baylor advantage, under 2 minutes to play in the half. Matt Meyer drives it into the paint, kicks to the open man. Sohan, a 3 is good. No, a 2-pointer. His foot was on the line.
That just shows the growth in Matthew Meyer's game right there. In his early days, he would have shot that shot. But his ability to drive, get to the lane, and find the open man, that shows the growth and the maturity in his game.
8 in the first half by Jeremy Sohan. Foul on the perimeter is on, I think, called on James Akinjo. Here's that last play.
Good shot right there from Sohan. You'll see that a lot. That ability to know when to shoot, when to drive. Just that very grown man, grown-up game.
Bears lead by 7 again. Equals their biggest lead of the first half. 3 left corner by Christie. It's no good. Matt Meyer the rebound. Meyer, the only one of the Mullet brothers left. Jackson Moffitt no longer on the team. He's here in school finishing up this semester, but Jackson Moffitt no longer a member of the team.
John, there should honestly be no Mullet brothers left. That should be a thing of the past.
You're not a fan, huh?
Not a fan.
Oh, there's the Mullet brother. Matt Meyer hitting for 3. Just made 3 tonight by Meyer. He's got 7 here in the first half. That is the biggest lead for the Bears at 10 points. Falling down, gets the ball to Christie. And a turnover by Incarnate Word. Bonner to Sohan for the lay-in. So much energy getting down the floor, really beating Incarnate Word back down the floor for the layup that puts Baylor up by 12. 7-0 run by the Bears over the last minute and a half.
Now the defense is starting to rise to the expectations of the coaches. Good D.
3 seconds to go before halftime. Forces the shot, no good. Jonathan Chumwachanchu with a rebound as we reach halftime here in the Farrell Center. Bears hit their last 6 shots from the floor. A 7-0 run to end the half. Champions since the UCLA days. Duke did it back-to-back. Florida did it back-to-back.
I remember that. I was alive during that time. The Duke, I don't know if I was, wait, what year was that?
Early 90s, I think.
Oh, yeah, John. That was way before me. I was born in 96.
You young guy. So that's the challenge now and the goal for this Baylor team. Coach Drew does not shy away from saying that's what they want to do. How about that play to begin the second half to Kendall Brown for the jam?
So Kendall Brown doesn't have much wiggle to his game. He's not really a shifty player. Doesn't really have much of a, bag, a duffel, quote unquote. But he's a straight line driver, really athletic, and can really cut.
It's Drew Lutz who answers with a 3 of his own. Lutz now with 12 points in the game. He's the leading scorer for the visitors from San Antonio. It's at 42-31. Bears lead by 11, just getting going second half here in the Farrell Center. Again, a great crowd on a Friday night for the season opener. Brown went for that follow jam, didn't get it. Flo Thamba picks it up. He is fouled. Big man for the Bears, Flo Thamba in the middle. Crowd tonight helped in part certainly to see this basketball team for the first time, to be here for the banner drop, but also big football. Morrow, an inbounds play, tried an alley-oop to Kendall Brown on the inbounds.
That was a creative play. Not only did they do one spin around, but they followed it with the second one. I've never seen a double before. I've only seen a single one.
Foul on Christie's, his second personal foul will put Kendall Brown at the line. Football game tomorrow, as we talked about with Reggie Bush at halftime. Baylor and Oklahoma. 11 a.m. kickoff on the banks of the Brazos for football tomorrow. First one off, second one is good by Kendall Brown. 6'8", 205-pound true freshman out of Sunrise Christian, originally from Cottage Grove, Minnesota. Drive, layup, rolls in. Thamba held his ground there, trying to draw the charge. The layup is good by Josh Morgan. Flagler to Akinjo. Into the paint. Nice pass to Thamba for the jam. Beautiful assist. Thamba throws it down. Bears lead by 12.
I think that's when James Akinjo is at his best, when he's able to come off the pick and roll, take his time, and find the open man. When he becomes a great passer, that elevates his Baylor team that much more.
Driving layup, shot no good, but a foul coming. It's going to be on Flo Thamba. His personal number 3 on Thamba.
Third personal, first team foul. At the line for Josh Morgan, 2 shots.
There's Josh Morgan at the line for the Cardinals. Morgan was their leading scorer in that season opener against Texas State. He had 16 points and 4 rebounds.
Into the game for your Bears.
7 freshmen, 3 grad transfers on this team for Incarnate Word. Head coach Dr. Carson Cunningham. A couple of guys transfer out. Keaston Willis transferred to Louisiana Tech. Marcus Larson to UIC. So a lot of new faces on the team for the Cardinals. In the announcement, we told you earlier, just today, that they are moving from the Southland Conference to the WAC. 2 free throws, 10-point Baylor lead. Akinjo drives in for the bucket and a foul.
The quickness of James Akinjo, the stop hezzy, got to be able to put your chest in front of him. If not, you have no chance, and one every single time because he's that quick.
Drew Lutz the foul. He's got 3. Lutz is their leading scorer on the night with 12. And Joe with a chance to finish off a three-point play. And he does with the made free throw. Well, the sport in action for Baylor tonight, it is volleyball, the number 6 team in the nation, number 4 RPI. Just beat Texas Saturday a week ago. And they just beat TCU tonight, 3-1 in Fort Worth. Congratulations to Coach Ryan McGuire and Baylor volleyball. They'll play TCU again tomorrow evening. Drive, and what's the call?
They called an and one. Oh, we got to see this one again. I don't know about that one.
Chachua was set.
Let's see. Oh, that's a charge. I think that's a charge. Feet are outside the lane. He's set. I think that's a charge. I think it's the wrong call. It's a better angle. Oh, yeah, he was set. He was able to slide over, set his feet. I think that's a charge.
Well, Rick Crawford saw it differently, and that's a three-point play for Josh Morgan. Lead is 10 again for the Bears, 48-38 over Incarnate Word. 2.5 minutes into the second half here in the Farrell Center. Nice spin by Meyer, but he lost the handle on the ball. Out of bounds, last touch by Drew Lutz.
If I'm Incarnate Word, I'm going back to the 1-3-1. I mean, you had a lot of success early with the 1-3-1, giving Baylor a different look. This man-to-man, they cannot guard Baylor man-to-man. I'd go back to the 1-3-1, give myself the best chance to win.
Scott Drew beginning his 19th season here at Baylor, looking on. Meyer fires the three. It is no good. And a foul in the backcourt. Kendall Brown going to be whistled back there.
See, fouls like that, I'm just not a fan of, because it had no impact on the play. So just let that slide, man. Like, why call that? I mean, that has no impact on the play. Just let them keep going. It's just one of those petty fouls.
Cardinals ball. Baylor's been outscored in the second half here so far, 10-8. First 3 minutes of the second half. And an offensive foul on the Cardinals on Gigi Ezedinma.
Gigi Ezedinma, his first 4th team foul.
Gives the ball over to the Bears on the first personal on Gigi Ezedinma. And it's Baylor's ball leading to 10. The alley-oop wouldn't finish. Saved in bounds, but 2 Incarnate Word. Up the floor in a hurry for the Cardinals. Drive, dish. In the paint, shot up, no good. Loose ball. Kendall Brown has it. Bears are off to the races. Brown takes it into the paint. Back to Meyer for 3, and it's good by Matthew Meyer.
That's a very smart play from Kendall Brown. Realized he did not have the numbers in transition, slowed it down, kicked it out. Most freshmen wouldn't do that. Great, smart play.
Bears lead by 13. That's their biggest lead of the night. 16:08 mark, second half. And steal by Baylor. Kendall Brown to Akinjo. For the one-hand jam. That's a thing of beauty. Now the Bears are starting to growl here in the second half. Baylor goes up by 15.
Oh, wait a minute. That was a horrible pass from Akinjo. Throw it up in the gap, then let his man go, and good defense turns to better offense. Kendall Brown doing things that most freshmen can't do with the bad pass from James Akinjo, but he made it look good. That's what you do when you're a high flyer.
And about another turnover out of the timeout. Incarnate Word can't get the ball back in bounds, and they turn it over to the Bears. Baylor
complicates the game. A lot of times when you're young, you try to do too much your first game. You try to do too much, period, because you're young. That's what your mentality goes to. He makes the game very simple. He cuts when he needs to cut. He takes 1 or 2 dribbles, makes the right read. He's so under control and just makes the game super simple.
He is out on the floor, drops the ball back in play. Bears ball following the 13th turnover. Word. Nice pass to Jonathan Jumbo Chachua, who flushes it.
Don't jump with Air John. That's a no-no.
Bears by 17, biggest lead of the night for the Bears. Turnover prior to that timeout, number 13 by Incarnate Word. Baylor say this too loud, only has 2 turnovers to this point in the game. Bristol, 3-pointer right corner is good.
Uh-oh, another one? Oh!
Wow. Baylor is putting on a high wire act now, starring Kendall Brown. Bears get the bucket right back, leading by 16 over Incarnate Word, 57-41. That is a charge drawn by freshman Jeremy Sohan.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I think that might have been similar to the play we saw earlier. I think the refs just gave it to him, but to each its own.
So you got a freshman like Sohan. Remember back to your freshman year, how long does it take to grasp the fact that taking charges is a big deal to this coaching staff?
You know, that was not something that I was particularly fond of. I was not a big charge taker. Oh, sir, you jump with him too many times, you would get put on a poster.
Keep going back inside. Bears have a big lead in points in the paint. It's a foul on Drew Lutz, and that's his 4th. 16th foul on Incarnate Word in the second half. We'll put Kendall Brown at the line. Paint points tonight, 32 by Baylor, 12 by Incarnate Word. 4 turnovers last 3 minutes by the Cardinals. Cardinals back in action midweek. They host Concordia University in San Antonio. They'll play Texas Tech Saturday week, the 20th. Late in December, the 28th, they'll play the University of Texas in Austin.
They have a tough schedule. They have a tough schedule.
Good form there on the free throws by Kendall Brown. Puts Baylor up by 18. Little zone 3/4 court pressure by the Bears. Does give Incarnate Word a little bit of trouble. Now the Bears get back in the half court. Partially blocked there. Clean block by Sohan. Bears start the break the other way. The alley-oop! Missed on the finish, but Jonathan with the rebound. Sohan drives, kicks it right side. Flagler gives it back to Kendall Brown. To Cryer for 3. Shot no good. Loose ball tipped out. Flagler nails the triple. 4 turnovers by Incarnate Word. Helps Baylor to a 14-3 run over the last 2.5 minutes.
You know who Kendall Brown kind of reminds me of?
Tell me.
Mark Beidel.
Yeah? Different body shape, different body style.
Different body shape, and not when it comes to body, but as far as what they do on the court. The energy, the high flying, the being able to pass and being under control. It kind of reminds me of Mark Beidel a little bit.
Yeah. I tell you what, that's a really nice compliment to the freshman.
Tip out 3. The second shots always hurt worse than the first. You gotta box out and secure this stop with the rebound. That is why.
Flagler 9 points. He's 2 of 4 from 3-point range this evening. 4 assists to go along with it. Bears have their biggest lead of the night now at 62-41. 21-point advantage. 13-minute mark second half. It's a 12-point game at halftime, 40-28. 3 right side rattles in. That's a 3 by Josh Morgan, the sophomore from Brampton, Ontario. Bamba, Meyer, and Bonner at the scorers table to check in. Next dead ball. Brown to Flagler around the screen of Chachua. Back to Brown. To Jeremy Sohan. Looks to drive. A little extra step in there. Travel turnover, Baylor. It's now 4 turnovers on the night by the Bears. Still not a big number, especially when you consider it's the season opener.
Yeah, I mean, but it's still pretty good, though. I mean, it's what you want. Coach Drew always wants 9 turnovers or less. They're sticking to it.
Long way to go. 12.5 minutes to go in this game. There's leaded by 18 over the Cardinals. In that left-hand corner, jumping up and shooting is Johnny Hughes, the third. Haven't called his name much tonight. Transfer from Mount Olive. He had 12 points, 9 rebounds in their game against Texas State to open the season. Johnny Hughes, his first bucket of the night.
Oh, Matt.
And Matt Meyer with the charge gives the ball to Incarnate Word, gets us to a timeout. 11:49 to play, second half.
It's right there.
Oh, look at there.
It's a great night to be a Baylor Bear, man. Just a lot of joy going into this first opening night for the guys.
Maceo, what does it mean to you?
It means a lot. You know, it was a lot of work put in. The first year I got here, we got the season canceled. Or not the season, but the tournament got canceled on us, and we got an opportunity, and it was one chance. It was my only NCAA tournament run, so I'm undefeated in the NCAA tournament.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, so it was great to go out there and win it all with the guys, my brothers.
How's life in the pros so far?
It's incredible. I'm enjoying being a pro basketball player. Show up to the gym early, work out, go home. No schoolwork, none of that stuff. Just a chance to focus on your craft and just continue to get better.
Is it lonely?
Certainly. My first week I was there, Jared, I mean, he was busy. And, like, that's the only person I know. And there was only 3 of us there when I was there at the first when I first got there. So there wasn't any familiar faces. I would go home from the gym, get home at, like, 1, and I wouldn't see anybody until the next day. So I would just be in my room by myself.
So what have you seen of the team so far? I mean, you've gotten to watch the first half. What have you seen? What have you been impressed with?
I've been impressed. I've been impressed with the guys. Like, they're really athletic. Yeah, I think they're more athletic than our group was. They're longer than our group was as well. But it's early in the season, so they still got some stuff they got to work on. But I'm seeing a lot of potential out of these guys.
Bamba on the end of the break with the lay-in. That's a little different when you add that length with Jeremy Sohan and Kendall Brown. So just a different look out there.
Yeah, definitely a different look. We started 3 guards, and we were 6'3", 6'3", and 6'1".
What did you do?
So these guys were starting like 6'10". There's Matt about to get a dunk on the break. And, yeah, like that. I'm just saying, they're more athletic than we were. I really think so.
What are you looking to see out of Matt Myers, speaking of him getting a dunk?
Looking to see growth and leadership, looking to see him poised out there on the floor, and just being a phenomenal player that everybody in the Baylor program knows that he can be.
What was your favorite part going through that NCAA tournament run last year?
Favorite part, I would say outside of the court, I would definitely say that it was the fact that we had a meeting space and we all got to meet and just hang out with each other and build chemistry, because that was the last time that we ever going to be in that situation and get to do that. So that final month of the season was really special and allowed us to create a lot of bonds, a lot of memories.
Yeah, that would have been tough I think it was tough for some schools, to be in the bubble, just around your teammates and your guys all the time. But you guys really thrived in that atmosphere.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's because we didn't have any beef in the locker room or anything like that. Like, we all got along with each other. We all had similar goals. And, we all just cared about each other. So I think that was one of the things that really helped us out a lot as a unit.
Help me remember, were you the Connect 4 champion? Was that Davion? Who was that?
I don't know, but it was none. I think.
Oh, this is a source of contention, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. It wasn't. It wasn't me. I can tell you that it was not me. And I wasn't the best player though. Ben was the best player. Oh, he didn't win either though. So it was like a Cinderella story in the Connect 4 thing. So
interesting.
That's exactly what it was.
And tell everybody what else was going on. There was Connect 4. There was pickleball.
Uno cornhole.
Yeah.
I was an Uno champ out there. I was a cornhole champ. Yeah, I was a cornhole champ out there.
Wait, how do you play Uno? Because a lot of people they don't do with the doubles. So are you a doubles guy? Or you just got to play one single card at a time.
I can play either way. I adapted to the doubles when I got here. They said that they played doubles when I got here, so I started playing.
It's another shot clock violation forced by that Baylor defense. Second one here in the last couple of minutes, and the crowd really loves it. As we continue to visit with Maceo Teague, national champion, here with us courtside. So you got that great ring for the basketball national championship, for the Uno and the cornhole championship. What'd you get for that?
For the championship, I didn't get anything for it. Just lifelong bragging rights with these guys. That's
that man got a pat on the back.
Yeah, lifelong is right.
Yeah.
Because you won't be shy about bringing it up.
Never. I will never be shy about bringing that up. Shoot the ball, Matt. Dunk him.
Ooh. Matter of fact, you might as well commentate the game. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just saying. I'm for real. I want to hear you.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Go ahead. I'll be quiet for the next minute. Go ahead. I want to hear this.
I got you.
Up that lead to 24 now, Incarnate Word, and Thamba's going to be whistled for the foul. It's the old cylinder, getting in the cylinder there.
Yeah, it's definitely a foul. Flo's smiling right now, but he fouled him, and now he's coming out the game because he's got his fourth. He's got to be smarter right there. It's 8 minutes, 39 to go if he wants to play. They're blowing the team out by 24 right now, so if he wants to play the last 4 minutes of the game, he shouldn't get those fouls.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Good shot. Not sure that kid's name. I only know the Baylor guys, but it's a good shot by Glasper.
That's Glasper, a three-pointer, grad transfer from Oral Roberts.
Yeah, he's putting together a good game right now. 12 points, 3 rebounds with 9 to go. Good block right there on the defensive end for UIW.
There's up 70-49. Couple of subs coming in. L.J. Cryer is on. And for the first time tonight, we see Jordan Turner on the floor for the Bears.
Yeah, I like to see L.J. Cryer be aggressive out here in this couple minutes that he's out here on the floor, being the leader of this group. Good shot, Jordan. Got to shoot that one.
How'd you get away to come here? Y'all just have a break?
Yeah, we were off tomorrow. Nice turnaround jump shot fadeaway by John. But, yeah, we had a break. We're off tomorrow, and we practice in the mornings, like I said, so I asked my coach if I could come. And he said, yeah. He said it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, so he let me come on out here. And it's a quick turnaround for me, but I'm excited to be here. Really glad that I got to come.
Man, that's great. I would think anything Baylor-related with your team kind of gets the green light, doesn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. They definitely does. The coaches, they show a lot of love there, especially when I came back for the Big 12 ring ceremony at the football game at the start of the year.
Yeah. Hey, man, we'll let you go. Enjoy the game.
Sure.
It's great to see Truth here. And there's a look at the crowd. 8,895 tonight, King, and a really engaged crowd. Student turnout is just terrific this evening. They have really enjoyed, I think, every second of it, from even before the tip with the banner drop and the ring presentation, and then right into the game with the Bears up 72-49.
I love it. That's what they deserve. They deserve to have this type of crowd game in, game out. So let's keep it up, Baylor Nation. Oh.
Matt Meyer, we're going to say that was a pass to Jordan Turner. And the ball lost out of bounds. So Maceo Teague was with us. As soon as we let him go, he starts signing autographs, taking pictures. He just now is getting away from behind us. But isn't that great? I love it.
Nah, he actually did a better job. Did a better job commentating than I thought he would. He was pretty solid. I mean, maybe the next commentator in about 5-10 years when he's done playing.
Yeah, let's let him play for a while. He's one of those guys lost from last year's national championship team. Look at those numbers. Those guards, Mitchell, Butler, and Teague. And Mark Vidal in there as well. A lot of productivity lost from last year's team, but still a lot of firepower left, as you can see. The Bears with the bucket by L.J. Cryer have it up to a 25-point lead in Incarnate Word. Goaltend give the bucket to R.J. Glasper. Turnovers tonight right now sit at 20 for Incarnate Word and 5 for Baylor. Been a factor. Bears have done a good job of forcing the turnovers and really taking care of the ball themselves. Alley-oop. Jonathan Chumwa-Chachua comes down with it, goes right back up on the pogo stick and puts it in. James Akinjo, 6 assists on the night in his Baylor debut. 6 minutes, 10 seconds to play. Three-pointer by Christie is no good. Meyer brings it up. Tell you another thing we've seen tonight, King, tell me if you agree that even those young guys, the freshmen, bigs, can handle the ball really well. It's like anybody out there can bring the ball up.
Yeah, I mean, other than Flo and John, everybody, they have the free will to be able to bring it up because they've shown in practice that they can handle the ball. And they make smart decisions. They take care of the ball. I mean, that's kind of the maturity of the freshmen when you look at the 6'8", 6'9" length.
Rebound number 9 on the night by Jonathan Chumwa-Chachua. Or 10, that was 10. Go along with his 6 points, working on a double-double possibly this evening. Here's a good look at James Akinjo. Foul was on R.J. Glasper, his second.
At the line, James Akinjo, shooting the running back.
Glasper, we told you, the transfer from Oral Roberts. His season cut short last year by an injury. Playing a lot, playing just under 30 minutes, averaging 11 points per game for ORU.
Oral Roberts' team was something else last year.
Boy, and what a season
It was
had.
a special thing that they put together. Shout out to Coach Mills.
How about that year by Coach Mills? Sam Patterson up there at ORU.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about my guy Sam. Shout out to Sam, too. And my cousin's on the staff, too. Oh. Solomon Bozeman. He's technically not my cousin, right, but he's my aunt's husband's nephew. So I call him my cousin by marriage. So, yeah.
In other words, we got some connections to ORU. Call foul there, and 3 free throws are going to be coming. Foul's going to be on, I think, Matt Meyer. That is 4th on Matt Meyer.
His 4th personal, 6th team foul.
Anything you've seen tonight from Baylor that is a little bit disturbing, or just something that you know they're going to work on when they get back in the gym?
I think the defense at first is one area that you have to work on and address. To play a good defensive game for 40 minutes, because when you get to Big 12 play, you play the Kansas, you play Texas, you can't get off the slow starts. I mean, granted there was nerves, granted you're coming off a big night because of the celebration, but you have to get off the fast starts. You can't play 13 minutes of bad defense and pick it up at the 7-minute mark against a good Texas team, because you'll be down by 15 to 20. And then you got to build your way back. So you have to play a full 40 minutes of defense. I think that's one area Coach Drew would definitely hit.
Well, they've got a couple of days before they play again. They play during the day on Monday. It's against Nicholls State. And that is the I'm Going to College game. Area school kids will come to the game. It's 11 a.m. Central Time on Monday. We'll have a broadcast for you. Remember the noise level of those.
Man, that game was so loud. That was probably one of the loudest games I've ever played in my life.
I know. Oh, those kids love it. That comes up next for the Bears Monday, 11 a.m. Central Time. And they'll play again next Wednesday against Central Arkansas. Foul is on Kendall Brown. That's his 2nd of the night. See what, that banner looks nice, hanging in the rafters here at the Farrell Center. Actually, some other new banners. They moved things around. The volleyball banners moved over to another side, and they added banners for the 1948 and the 1950 Baylor Final Four teams. Those were included on a banner previously, but now they have their own individual Final Four banners. And that's a nice addition, going way back.
That's nice, sure.
And of course, the national championship banner unveiled tonight here in the Farrell Center. Glasper with the free throw is good. Shooting into that Baylor student section, they were really taking pride in the fact he missed a couple of free throws earlier.
I love student sections. I think that's the best part about college basketball. In the NBA, you just don't have student sections. Like,
yeah,
student sections, they make the game so much more entertaining, and it makes it so much harder to play at.
That's a big part of the college game.
Yeah, exactly. I can't tell you how many times I've been called queen by student sections.
Don't ask what the worst thing you've been called is.
Probably can't say that on air. Oh, good pull.
Akinjo up and in with a three-pointer. 79-55 our score. Baylor on top. 4 minutes, 7 seconds to go in this season opener. Nice drop off, Flo Thamba with the block. To get that loose ball, diving on the floor after the ball.
Oh, he smoked
the
it.
Shot rolls off. Saved inbounds? No, not quite. L.J. Cryer couldn't quite save that one inbounds. Ball goes to Incarnate Word following a timeout, 3:50.
Who probably had about 3 or 4. I think this year this team might be a little bit deeper. As far as 1 through 9. As far as last year, I think it was probably 1 through 7, 1 through 8. But I think this team might be a little bit deeper than last year's team, which provides success, like I said earlier.
Well, fun debut for this team tonight for the new season. Under 4 minutes to play in the game.
Man.
Long range three, left it just short. Front iron by Glasper.
My guy thinks he's Steph Curry.
An Andre Brandt shot out there. 3.5 minutes to go. Dale Bonner is on the floor. Feeds Flo Thamba. Shot no good, but a bump and a foul. Should put Flo Thamba at the free throw line. Mentioned earlier, one of our 3 officials tonight, Blanca Burns, one of 2 females officiating in the Big 12 Conference. Here is Flo Thamba. 4 points on the night, 2 of 2 from the floor. His first free throw. A couple of free throws, or a couple of rebounds on the night.
Into the game, Incarnate Word, number 12, Dylan Heyman.
Baylor's got some real tests coming up in non-conference. Told you those first 3 games Saturday week. They'll play Stanford here in the Farrell Center. Then go to the Bahamas, battle for Atlantis. You're part of that team, weren't you?
Yep.
Won in Atlantis.
We won the battle for Atlantis.
Man.
Never forget the Louisville game.
VCU.
It was VCU, Michigan State,
and Louisville.
And Louisville.
Yeah.
3 heavy hitters.
Huge wins. Part of a 15-0 start that year for you and Baylor basketball. This year Baylor will open against Arizona State. This is Thanksgiving week in the Bahamas. Either Syracuse or VCU. Michigan State is there again this year. 3 no good. So a game against Villanova here in the Farrell Center on December 12th. Play at Oregon on December 18th. Big 12 play begins New Year's Day, January 1st in Ames, Iowa. There's some real tests for this Baylor team in non-conference. There's personal on Cryer. There's the upcoming games. Nicholls State on Monday, noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central Time. Have that broadcast. Then Central Arkansas next Wednesday. Stanford here, noon Central Time on Saturday, November 20th. Trip to the Bahamas, Pine Bluff, December 4th, here in the Farrell Center.
I'm really looking forward to that Stanford game. I think that Stanford game probably be the first real test that these guys face, because Stanford's good. They're a good program. They're known to have success in the tournament and known to have success just in college basketball, period. I think that'd be the first real test for these guys.
Flo Thamba, James Akinjo, Jeremy Sohan to the bench. Zach Loveday is on for the first time tonight. It's a near steal on the perimeter. Dane Danger is out there for the first time. Here last year, red-shirted for the Bears. Dane is a redshirt freshman from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Zach Loveday gets the rebound. Nearly lost it. And a foul is going to be called on L.J. Cryer. The Bears have Jordan Turner, Dale Bonner, L.J. Cryer, Dane Danger, and Zach Loveday, the 5 on the floor.
So that's not the nitpick, but those are the little things right there that just drive coaches crazy. I mean, you come in the game, you get a rebound, and you turn the ball over on the outlet pass to your PG. That's just unacceptable. If you want to gain more minutes, this is your time to show that you can play, that you deserve to play. Little things like that drive Coach Drew crazy.
Coming schedule for Coach Cunningham and the Cardinals. Concordia Lutheran next week. Play in Lubbock Saturday week against Texas Tech. Southeast Missouri State, Montana State, University of Portland. on the horizon on the schedule for the Cardinals. Moving from the Southland Conference to the WAC. Announcement just coming today. Prior to Jordan Turner. Doran's going to put it up. 3-point range. Misses. Dane Danger, the rebound and the putback. There you go. Dane, first points in a Baylor uniform.
The long arms of Dane Danger, able to get the rebound. Good up and under, and one. Dane Danger getting it done down low.
Misfires on the free throw. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by Lutz. Will stay with Baylor with 1:52 on the clock. Bears up 83-57. Baylor women off to a 2-0 start to the season. Won last night over UT Arlington on the road. They will play at home Monday night against New Orleans here at the Farrell Center.
They almost scared me in that first half, John.
Dale Bonner to Cryer for 3. No good. Jordan Turner on the backside with the rebound. Gets it back outside. Bonner, a runner, is no good. Zach Loveday, the long arm. Can't pull it in. Drew Lutz does. Ball knocked out of bounds, out of the hands of the Incarnate Word player. It's Dylan Heyman out there, the freshman from Healdsburg, California. Going deep into the bench for Coach Drew. Couple of walk-ons on the floor. Austin Sachs is one of those. Austin transfer.
Oh, that's a steal. Oh.
There's Abbott. 4-on-2 break.
For 3?
Loveday firing from outside. All tossed out of bounds. Going to stay with Baylor. Yeah.
Listen, I always said if I was a walk-on, John, we talked about this last year with Jackson Moffitt. Your only job right now is to shoot the ball, right? There's no passing.
Right.
If you get the ball, shoot it.
That's the instruction, right?
That's
you
the only instruction.
You shoot it.
Like right now, there's no passing. It's straight isolation. I'm getting a bucket.
Paul needs to put that ball up.
Oh, my. Not even looking at the basket.
Under a minute to play. Nice spin on the baseline. Reverse, no good. Loveday, the putback. Zach Loveday, they're going to wipe out the bucket. Foul was before the shot.
Notice a few of the referees' calls have been late. They've been obviously late. Like, after the play has happened, then they called a foul.
Incarnate Word is at a cold stretch here late in the game. Just one for their last 11. There's a continue to pour it on. The Incarnate Word has not had a field goal in the last 5:52 of this game. Good look at Dane Danger knocking down the free throw. 6'9", 270-pounder, redshirt freshman. Again, was here last year and redshirted. The free throws by Dane. He's got 4 on the night here late in the game.
We go 4 points in about 3 minutes. That's pretty good.
Final 45 seconds. Bears lead 85-57 over Incarnate Word. Three is good from the left side. That is Josh Morgan for 3.
No passing. What are you doing? Not even looking. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Paul with a 3, and it's no good. Jordan Turner, the rebound for the Bears. Jordan will put it up and knock it home. Looked really good doing it.
That looked good. Jordan Turner can hoop. He didn't play well tonight, but Jordan Turner is really, really talented. He has a lot of potential.
27-point advantage for the Bears. See if Incarnate Word gets one more shot off. That one was after the buzzer, and that is the ball game. What a night here in the Farrell Center. unveil the national championship banner, deliver some rings.